my goodness. Let's graph some quadratics in intercept form. The intercept form tells you the intercept. So here's the standard, or I shouldn't say the standard form. Here's the formula for intercept form. And our A, you've seen that in everything we've done so far. That's your stretch or compression. It also shows if there's a reflection. Now here's the new parts. These P's and Q's. Mind your P's and Q's. These are going to be your x-intercepts. So again, look, it has subtraction built into the formula. So it may be the opposite of what it appears. If it's at x minus 6, then that means the x-intercept would be positive 6, okay? So the following is the graph of negative x minus 2 times x plus 4. Where does this graph cross the x-axis? How does that relate to the function? Well, let's look. X is the flat one. I see it crosses at negative 4 and positive 2. Now, if you look at the formula, I see x minus 2, oh, positive 2, x plus 4, ooh, negative 4, ooh, that's fun. The other thing you can look at is that A is negative, which shows that it is a reflection, so it should be an upside down parabola on this one. What is the vertex in relation to the intercept? So let's see what the vertex is. Negative 1, 9. Here's basically what they're asking for on this. Like, look at the x-coordinate of that vertex. It is right in the middle of the two x-intercepts. So this line that divides it down the middle, we've talked about it before in standard form. This is called your axis of symmetry. So when you are finding that in intercept form, you're going to take the P and Q, you're going to add it up and divide by 2 because you're trying to find the middle. So the AOS, you probably want to jot this down, in intercept form is, well, I'll write x equals, and then again, you add up the intercepts, which they call them P and Q here. So P plus Q over 2. And then to find the y-coordinate of that vertex, once you have the x, you put that back into the function, and you can solve it for y, which we're going to have to do here in a couple minutes. The following is the graph of y equals 1/2 x minus 6 times x minus 4. Why does this graph seem wider than the first one? Oh, snizzap. Because you got the 1/2 in front. It's got a compression. It's compressed by a factor of 1/2. What's the domain and range of this function? Well, is there any limit right and left? No. All quadratics have the domain as all real numbers, which we write negative infinity to positive infinity. But the range, the low end of our range, if you look, this, let's call it 1/2, negative 1/2. So that's our lowest value. Everything else is higher. So remember, you always put the lower limit first. I don't know why I'm wearing my mask. I'm the only one in here. Be safe out there. So we'll say negative 1/2 or negative 0.5, and then it goes up forever to positive infinity. Try to write the equation for this graph. How do you know what numbers and signs go where? So here's the formula for it again. F of x equals A times x minus P times x minus Q. And it doesn't matter if you flip-flop those. It's all good. So remember, the P and Q are, where does this cross the x-axis? So this crosses at negative 1. And it also crosses at 1, 2, 3. So these will go in, the negative 1 and the 3 will go in for the P and the Q. Now, if we were to write x minus negative 1, x minus 3, that minus negative 1 can be cleaned up, and it'll turn into x plus 1. The x minus 3 won't change. So now we just need to check if there's a stretch or a compression. So I would say look at the vertex, and remember, on a typical parabola, it's up 1 over 1 both ways. So I see here, if I went up 1 over 1, I'd be over here, not quite on my parabola. So this is up 2 over 1. So that means we're going to have a stretch factor of 2. And we know it's positive because it is a U-shaped parabola. It would just make it -2 if it was upside down. What is the domain and range? Domain, all real numbers. Range, our lowest value is at -8. That's the lowest we ever get. And then it goes upward from there to positive infinity. All right, now this is going to mix and match some of the different forms we've used. So this first one is in standard form. Does it ask for the form? No, but we'll just write it next to it. Standard. Oh, no, we got to affect this. Hold on. I don't want you to hear this announcement. It could be very important.